Well, our jet-setting entertainment reporter is just back from Toronto to share with us another hot interview right out of Hollywood.
And today, Jim Ferguson is talking about The Perfect Guy that just came out, and he sat down with Morris Chestnut, and before the break, we were talking about all these other movies he's been in.
Oh, you're right, and you mentioned a few of them, and I just happened to write down a few more because there's too many to remember. You know, Morris Chestnut, what a wonderful actor. The Cave, do you remember that? The Brothers, I think you mentioned. Breaking All the Rules, G.I. Jane, The Call with Halle Berry. He's just done so much, and he's such a good actor and a great guy, too. And he's part of this love triangle in, incidentally, The Perfect Guy, released by Screen Gems, a small studio, #1 at the box office today.
Wow.
Or yesterday, #1.
What did you give it? What did you rate it?
I gave it a B, I think, or a B plus, something like that, because it starts out as a little romantic comedy. You know, I've seen this before with Michael Ealy and Morris, and of course Sanaa Lathan, the female, and it takes a turn that you can't believe, and that's what everybody loves. It's a thriller, really, and Morris Chestnut was just so wonderful to talk to. Toronto was cold, but good films.
Good films.
Here's Morris Chestnut. This movie, I liked it, but it kept us up for hours with the critics talking and discussing how we might change things and you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's got that element to it, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's one thing about this movie. I mean, I think it makes people think, it makes people talk and debate over certain things, and that's what I'm glad I was a part of it.
And I did read. And I think you may have told me this a long time ago, that this thriller genre is one of your very favorites.
It really is, because, you know, I like to go to a movie, I like to be scared, I like to get that feeling inside of me. It's like you never know what's going to happen, being on the edge of your seat, and that's what this did for me.
When we first meet your character, Dave, he's in a relationship with Sanaa, who plays Leah, and I thought, and as a couple, and she's very successful lobbyist, and you're a successful businessman, they had both had good points about their relationship.
Right. That's the thing about relationships. You know, it's just where a person is in their life and what they're ready to do. She had good points, I had good points. I think at the end of the day, Dave just really wasn't ready. He'd rather just not do something right now, or he didn't want to do something for the sake of doing it just because it may seem right or might be right and then have it not work out down the line. So he just wasn't ready.
Like a lot of bachelors, commitment.
Commitment phobic. I mean, successful guy, you know, but eventually he saw the light.
Yeah, he did. And of course, enter Michael's character.
Yes.
Carter Duncan. No relation to the basketball player in San Antonio.
Well, you never know.
That's what Michael said too. But you get a chance to choke him.
Yeah, I do. Michael's a nice guy, though. That's why I didn't put him to sleep.
No.
I just choked him a little bit to scare him. But he's such a nice guy. I said, I don't want to put him to sleep.
He's a nice. You know, I know you'd agree with me with this. To make a thriller like this work, you have to have a good cast.
Yes.
Not only the main actors like Sanaa and Michael and yourself, but the supporting cast. I thought it all works. Her friends and you know, it's just such a good cast.
Yeah, that's one thing, and that's really not even just thrillers. It's just good movies, you know, where even the supporting characters don't take you out of the movie. They're so real and they're so good, and we have some really good supporting characters in this movie that it really keeps the audience engaged even when the leads aren't on screen.
It's not what a lot of people think. People hear it's just an urban story, you know.
Right.
It's much more than that.
It's much more than that, and it's to me, it's a classic thriller. It's a classic thriller that people can come in, they can just, you know, get the popcorn and enjoy and talk back to the screen, and it's one of those types of movies.
Look at that poster, guys.
Now that is the perfect guy.
There we go.
Is that the perfect?
That's the perfect guy right there.
We thought you were the critic, not the star, Jim. That looks awesome.
It's a fun thing to do, you know, and with Michael and Morris. Anyhow, again, it's #1 at the box office, and I highly recommend The Perfect Guy. It's an interesting thriller, believe me. Friday, opening on DVD, being released on DVD, Blu-ray tomorrow, is Cinderella. And we have Cate Blanchett, the evil stepmother in Cinderella, along with Lily James, who is Cinderella. And if you watch Downton Abbey, Lily is in that too as well. So 2 good interviews and a wonderful, going to be a very popular DVD release tomorrow.
Just lovely. And that was you liked that interview. I remember you talking about.
Oh yes, I do.
With
Lily. Oh, what a wonderful interview that was.
Yeah.
And it'll be back to London, to her home city.
Wow.
on the 23rd for, I'm breaking news, Steve Jobs movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Going to London on the 23rd.
That movie's
Wow,
supposed to
well,
be...
Jet setting.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
gonna
Oscar
be the
buzz
thing.
already. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I have been waiting for the DVD release of this movie because I haven't seen it yet. So, Jim, thank you for coming on and letting us know that it's coming out. And
You know
we're gonna
I
see
always
Friday.
love coming on with you guys.